All right, moving on. More news and notes here. Antonio Brown says he's returning to football. He's back. He's suiting up as soon as this weekend. He said as soon as. I'm you gotta believe what you could believe here. Suiting up for the Albany Empire, which since their week 1 win, I believe, have gone 0-4. They're looking rough. I believe there was a fight over the weekend when they played and lost. Antonio Brown went on a whole rampage on Twitter. We're still uncertain if Antonio Brown actually owns the team or not. We don't really know what's going on here, but he says he's suiting up. He said he's playing for this team. He's going to make it better. I mean, AB playing in the Arena League might be a little bit unfair. You got thoughts on this? You excited? You going to watch Antonio Brown play some Arena League football?
I'll watch some highlights for sure. But how different is Arena? I will freely admit I've never watched an Arena football game before.
Yeah, I think I've watched like 2.
How different is it from NFL football? Like, I assume it's less players, right, on the field at a time.
I believe so.
Right.
They have to be, right? Like, there's no way that because there's no out of bounds. Like, you're just running into the wall.
Oh, yeah.
It's walled in. So, like, you could just run right into the wall. No questions asked. I don't know. I still think that's like, it doesn't matter though. Like, you put Antonio Brown out there, like, don't you just feel like it's game over? Like,
he's automatically the most talented player in that league. I don't even know who's in it, but it's Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Even Antonio Brown, who's been out of football for how many years? 2? Like, officially?
2. Officially 2, I believe.
Yeah. Like, he does look, so I will say he looks slimmer now than he did when he stopped playing. But still, this is Antonio Brown we're talking about. Like, I don't care who you are in the Arena Football League. You're in the Arena Football League for a reason, and this is Antonio Brown. It'll be a little unfair, but I also I don't know if we know they don't really, didn't they lose a bunch of players? Like, players have been walking out.
Yeah, I don't know if they're back. Like, the coach quit. I think he came back after he started getting paid again because nobody's getting paid. Remember at the beginning of this? Yes. They lost their quarterback, who was like the best quarterback in football. Their wide receiver, who was the league MVP last year, also led the league in touchdowns at the time. I don't know if he came back. Somebody else, I believe, as well. You could check their Instagram because their Instagram was it was like a now hiring ad put on there. We're looking for a quarterback, a running back, give us a wide receiver. I'm like, what are you doing, guys? So, and he tweeted out the other day, he went on a whole rampage. I think he said they need a quarterback, running back. He called the whole team out. Team out.
I don't think it's out of the question that Antonio is talking himself into, let me play a little running back,
a little quarterback. There's been reports out there that I think it was him. I think he actually said it, that he's been trying to convince Cam Newton to come play for them. Ooh. AB, Cam Newton suiting up for the Arena Football. Like, that's unstoppable. You're not beating those two in Arena Football. It's just not happening.
Like, I have my thoughts about Cam Newton, but
not great NFL quarterback, but phenomenal Arena League football. Like, it'd be one thing if you're like, oh, can these guys go dominate the XFL? Which the answer would still be yes. But Arena Football, like, if you're going tiers of football here, it's like the NFL, the spring leagues, however you want to rank those ones, college football, like Alabama, Georgia-ish, Arena Football League. Easy. Like, you're not, that will be the easiest thing ever.
I bet the CFL is like somewhere in there too. Like,
the CFL's got it. I think CFL is probably up there with like the spring league, maybe. Like, because that's a whole other set of rules. Chad Ochocinco was like, that was the hardest league I've played in because you just don't understand what's going on half the time. Yeah, they set it up like. Have you ever watched a CFL game? I've watched like maybe 3. I only watch these games when like when Ochocinco played. I watched him play like a game. Juice Williams was my guy when he played at Illinois with Rashad Mendenhall. He ended up in the Arena Football League, so I went to go see him for a game. That's the only Arena Football game I've ever watched. The CFL is like crazy. Like, you could run, like you could start like 10 yards back and then like run. Like, he said all those rules make it very difficult to like leave the NFL and then come here. So the CFL would be, it's just like, it's like the step above that like fandom thing, when they're like, well, the fans call the play, whatever Johnny Manziel was in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cam Newton and AB would be unstoppable. I think they have to make it happen at this point. There's no way you drug test in those leagues. If you're Cam Newton, you're going to do it. If you're Cam Newton, are you going to go instead of taking a backup job and complaining about all these reasons why nobody's signing you as a backup quarterback, even though you're not a backup
Cam
quarterback?
seems like kind of a football freak. Like he does. I feel like he's one of those guys who just doesn't know what to do with himself if there's no football.
Yes.
So I feel like he's going to give it every shot to play in every league that he can until he can't, and then he'll go coach or something. Like,
Yes.
so yeah, I think Cam absolutely would.
That would be, man. AB Cam Newton would be.
Sell some
good.
tickets.
Oh, easy. Albany's like 8 hours from us. That's a drive. I never found myself in New York though during the spring. Definitely going to watch Cam Newton and AB play 100%. Yeah. You're going to win a Super Bowl at that point. Like, I don't know what the Arena League championship is, but you're not losing a game. I don't care who's out there. You're winning. That would be awesome.